this country.
Therefore, in order to decrease our sin, we should promote vegetarianism. The meaning of vegetarianism: the beliefs or practices of a vegetarian. Example sentence: we should promote vegetarianism in order to protect animal rights and environment.
We should promote vegetarianism in order to protect animal rights and environment.
Vegetarian.
Vegetarian.
That's the vegetarian.
Vegetarian.
There are many advantages to be a vegetarian.
There are many advantages to be a vegetarian.
Okay, this is the end of our part. Now let's watch the second video.
According to a reliable source, Mr. Bird has a new woman. Really? What's his next step? Wait for a meeting. Let me see. Next month, Mr. Bird plans to transport hundreds of mink coats to Europe. Europe, the continent which is the biggest origin of mink coats. The weather was so then employed the money to buy fur, and the producers and dealers who love money so much keep causing great pain for animals and killing precious species in the world. Yes, you are right. I think animals should have the same rights as people. Humans have been so cruel to animals. You can say that again, brother. And it's our SPNSB spirit to save animals. Yes, catch men like Mr. Fair in order to uphold the justice. Yes, sir. Okay, let's no more officials about this case. Hello?
Hello, I'm Agent K. In this part, I'm going to introduce the evolution of animal rights. Though the idea of animal rights may seem new, it is actually very old. So let us date back to 600 BC to know some information about Jainism, ancient Greece, and then to the Roman Empire. The first one is Jainism. Dating from the 600 BC, Jainism is the oldest religious philosophy which has advocated complete non-violence towards animals of all forms. And this hand means complete non-violence. This ancient Indian religion believed that human ancestors would return to the world in animal forms. So people should treat animals as they did to humans. Next, we go to ancient Greeks. In the 6th century BC Greek philosophy, we found concern for the treatment of animals. The philosopher Pythagoras was the central figure within animism. He urged respect for animals because he believed humans and non-humans had the same kind of soul, one spirit that pervades the universe and makes us one with animals. Pythagoras was not only a vegetarian, but also the first animal liberator. He bought animals from the market in order to set them free. Now here we are in the Roman Empire. During the Roman Empire, meat eating was a status symbol, and animals were often cooked alive in order to improve the taste. However, there were signs of tender feelings in the poetry of Virgil, Cicero, and Petrarch. They all argued that eating animals was cruel and unnecessary. Especially the writer Plutarch, who was a Greek but lived in Rome, argued strongly against meat eating. He saw this behavior as responsible for much of the cruelty in the world. Now we know that the idea of animal rights existed thousands of years ago, and things have changed at the end of the 18th century. The abstract idea turned into concrete activities. The animal rights movement began, and there are 4 organizations which work very hard for this movement. They are SPCA, ASPCA, PETA, and ALF. The first one is in 1824. The Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals was founded in England to pass laws protecting carriage horses from abuse. Now, you can find many SPCA groups in many nations where they campaign for animal welfare, they assist in cruelty to animal cases, and they also attempt to find new homes for unwanted animals. After 42 years, in 1866, the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals was founded, on the belief that animals are entitled to kind and respectful treatment at the hands of humans. They also insist that animals must be protected under the law. ASPCA works to provide effective means for the prevention of cruelty throughout the United States, with the group's principle that we are their voice. And let's look back at our country. Luckily, the Taiwan SPCA was also founded in 2009 to protect the animals in Taiwan. For example, they fight against restaurants which provide shark fins, and they also encourage people not to eat the shark fins. In the 1970s, some organizations began to promote the animal liberation, and people for the ethical treatment of animals is dedicated to establishing and defending the rights of all animals. PETA focuses this attention on the 4 areas in which animals suffer the most intensely for a long time: on factory farms, in the clothing trade, in laboratories, and in the entertainment industry. PETA does not only encourage vegetarianism, but also tries to show the public how painful fur making and factory farming techniques are. Other groups, like Animal Liberation Front, believe that freeing animals is more important than following the law. ALF carries out direct action against animal abuse and causing financial loss to animal exploiters, usually through the damaging and destruction of property. To save animals, sometimes ALF actions made against the law, so the activists work anonymously, 不具名的, either in small groups or individually. And ALF doesn't have any centralized organization or coordination. This means if you want to be a part of Animal Liberation Front, and you are already a part of them. As you can see, the fight for animal rights continues in many forms. You can say that these organizations are the best friends of all animals in the world.
Mr. Wang, why are you here? Why, I'm here just because of you, SPMLB.
Wow, it's a nice day, isn't it? I can't wait to see my best friend, Mommy. What are you doing, Mr. Hello? Nothing. I'm just watching out for someone who is likely just out. Oh, I see that guy is so suspicious. What's the order? You think too much. After that, FB know my secret plan to conceal my trade from the police. I even do cosplay all the time. Who will have the heart to hurt me when I'm so sexy? Fine. You are also a red. No, I'm a girl. I think you guys got the wrong person. Bye. No, Mr. Bird. What are you doing, Mr. Bird? Please let me go. I will give you my best balloon friend. It's time to pay for what you have done, Mr. Bird. For animals. And we will show you how they feel. Go. No! Sir, you did a good job, Agent Ho. You win honor for Professor Animal Kid. Thank you very much. You're welcome, sir. It's my pleasure to protect animals' rights.
Hello, I'm Mr. Fur.
Mr. Burke, remember you are a prisoner now.
Okay, I confess all the things you want me to confess. Actually, I don't know much about animal products.
The first one is bear's paw. China has eaten bear's paws for a long time and also regards them as very valuable food. But now, the bear is the species protected by the nation. Recently, eating bear's paws in China is not so popular. In addition, cooking of bear's paws is basically lost, but hunting and smuggling are still serious.
Mr. Bird, have you ever eaten bear's paws?
No, you must be kidding. Tiger bone liquor. People believe it can strengthen humans' physique and health. However, since 1993, the trade of tiger bone has been prohibited and tiger bone artisanal standard is also cancelled. The third one is mink coat. Mink is one of the 3 valuable things in the northeast of China. This is a kind of soft fur and its dermatome is very good. People usually wear mink coat to show off their wealth and status. The next is crocodile leather bag. This kind of bag is considered precious treasure of all the leather bags. Generally, one evening bag needs to sacrifice more than 2 crocodiles to finish.
Mr. Bird, how many crocodile bags do you have?
I think 1, 2, 3, 4.
How many?
Oh, I don't have any. Deer-ender. Generally, before the male's horns become hard, people call the horns deer-ender. They are a kind of valuable traditional Chinese medicine and have many advantages for human body. The next is seal oil. Seals live in the north of Canada. They eat cuts, so their bodies contain a lot of fat. Tibetan antelope. Hunters kill them for their valuable fur and make them endangered. Now, they are one of the protected species in China. Next, ivory. Ivory is often processed into work of arts, ornaments, and jewelry. Besides, it is also used to make the fingerboard of piano.
Mr. Bird, have you ever killed an elephant?
No, I just bought some ivory.
What?
My friend's boat. Rhinoceros horn. Some people believe rhinoceros horns can help humans calm down and is also good to health. So they keep killing rhinoceros and now it is one of the most endangered animals in the world. The last one is bear's bile. The history of hunting bears has been thousands of years. People catch black bears in order to get about 3 ounces of bear bile. In Asia, people started to find other solutions to end this cruel behavior. Oh, I finished.
So many crimes. Let's go.
No!
Finally, we caught Mr. Bird! Yay! I have to say that this mission can be so successful. The key is because me. Okay, in order to have a wonderful future, we need to discuss some problems. Let's see.